If you're looking for a new broadband deal, it might be a bit confusing to choose which package is best for you. In this video, we've taken a look at 5 of the best broadband deals on the market in the UK at the moment, and we've also explained the differences between them so you can choose the right one for your specific needs. But before we begin, make sure to read our broadband deals guide, which is the first link in the description. This article explains some of the best broadband deals on the market and the differences between them in more detail so you can find the right package for your household. Let's get started. So BT has recently pushed a lot of their products over to their EE brand because BT owns EE, and they've added a lot of value to their broadband plans, making them quite a good option for a lot of households at the moment. The main thing that sets EE apart, especially compared to the likes of BT, Plusnet and Virgin Media, is the router they include. Compared to a lot of other providers' routers, this one is a lot more up to date. It comes with Wi-Fi 6, meaning it offers really good speeds and pretty good Wi-Fi signal even over long distances. It even comes with an app you can use to control different things about your broadband connection. With a lot of other providers, unless you buy the most expensive plan, you'll probably only get a Wi-Fi 5 router, which won't offer as good speeds over Wi-Fi. Another good thing about EE is their top speeds are higher than Sky, BT, and a lot of other providers. You can get up to 1.6 gigabits at the moment, which is 1600 megabits per second in some areas, although 900 megabits is plenty for most households. And the 1.6 gigabit plan at the moment only comes with 115 megabit upload speed, which isn't amazing. It's barely any faster than the 900 megabit plan. And given what you get, EE's prices are pretty reasonable. At the moment, their monthly costs are cheaper than BT, even though they offer a better router, and there's no upfront fees, although this can change over time. Make sure to click the link in the description to the EE website, and then put in your postcode to see what deals are on offer when you're watching this. Another little bonus about EE is they offer extra value if you're an EE mobile customer. You can get unlimited data included if you're on an EE mobile plan that costs more than £10 a month, and they also offer discounts if you want to upgrade how much monthly data you have. The only real downside to EE is they're not the cheapest option on the market, even though they are cheaper than BT. We'll take a look at some cheaper options later in this video. If you want to save money on broadband, but still want fast speeds, Plusnet is worth looking at. Since BT also owns Plusnet, as well as EE, their packages are similar to what you find on BT and EE, just you don't get the 1.6 gigabit plan with Plusnet. You can only get a download speed of up to 900 megabits per second, but the contract length is the same, and the upload speeds are pretty similar. But Plusnet is a more basic broadband provider, so their prices are often a decent bit cheaper than both BT and EE. Because of that, you only get the Smart Hub 2 router, rather than the Smart Hub Plus that you get with EE. This router only offers Wi-Fi 5, so its speeds and signal aren't quite as good for big households. You might want to upgrade it if you have a large house, or if you often struggle with Wi-Fi signal for other reasons, such as having a lot of brick walls that block your signal. But for most flats and small to medium-sized houses, Plusnet is a great choice out of the box. From our testing, they also offer really good customer service, and according to this Ofcom report, which looks at the customer satisfaction ratings of all of the major providers, Plusnet has the most satisfied customers overall. They use the same UK-based support team that BT and EE customers can access. So if you ever have any issues, they're pretty helpful in our experience. Just don't expect much in the way of extra benefits or other add-ons with Plusnet Broadband. You can't get a landline connection through them, for example. If you want a home phone service, you'll need to use a separate VoIP provider. Make sure to click the link in the description to find the best prices on Plusnet Broadband on the market at the moment. Vodafone Broadband is sort of similar to EE, but it's actually better in some ways. With their Pro 2 plans, you get this Wi-Fi 6E router, which comes with extra extenders, giving you really good Wi-Fi speeds and signal, even if you have a large house. This is one of the best Wi-Fi router packages available with any broadband provider at the moment. Also, you can get speeds of up to 2.2 gigabits per second in some areas with Vodafone, compared to just 1.6 gigabits per second with EE, and 900 megabits per second with Plusnet, and most other fibre providers. Vodafone also has quite a lot in the way of extra benefits and add-ons you can include. With their extra bundle, for example, you can get Apple TV, including Apple's TV Box product, allowing you to cast to your TV and use iOS apps, including games, and this also includes anytime landline calls, if you often use your home phone. At a basic level, Vodafone is pretty good value for money. There's never any upfront fees, at the moment at least, and on their basic plans you can see here, this price is pretty similar to what Plusnet is charging. Plusnet is actually a bit more expensive. Vodafone does get a bit more costly once you get into their Pro 2 plans, with all these extra benefits included, such as their Wi-Fi 6E router. but this price is not that unreasonable given what you're getting. It's a pretty similar price to what you'd pay for BT broadband, but with Vodafone you get a better router and more extra benefits. Also, similar to EE, with Vodafone, you can save a decent bit of money if you're a pay monthly mobile customer. Depending on your plan, you can get up to £4 a month off, which ends up being about £100 over the life of the contract. The downside to Vodafone is their customer service isn't quite as good as it is with BT, EE, or Plusnet. You can see here, they get quite a lot of customer complaints compared to the average. Only Virgin Media and Now Broadband are worse at the moment. If you're considering Vodafone, click the link to their website in the description, put in your postcode, and then begin building your plan to see what speeds you can get and what sort of prices you'll be paying. So Community Fibre is a company that a lot of people might not have heard of because they came into existence quite recently compared to the likes of BT and Vodafone. They offer the fastest residential broadband in the UK at the moment, with speeds of up to 3 gigabits per second. You get a Wi-Fi 6 router included by default, and their monthly costs are really hard to beat. This is at least about 30% cheaper than what you'd pay with the likes of EE or Vodafone. There's no upfront costs either most of the time, and you get the flexibility to choose between a 12 or 24 month contract. Just only these two deals are available on the 1-year plan. There's a satisfaction guarantee, which most other providers don't offer, and Community Fibre won't increase your price mid-contract, which basically no other provider does at the moment. Normally your costs will increase by at least a few pounds every year, normally in April, which is a bit of a headache. And although Community Fibre isn't yet big enough to get into these Ofcom reports, their customer service is generally very good. The only issue is Community Fibre isn't available in the whole country. Community Fibre focuses on the Greater London area. If you're within about an hour of the city centre, there's a good chance Community Fibre might be available or will be soon. So make sure to come to their website and put in your postcode to see if you can get Community Fibre on your street, especially if you want really fast speeds. There's one issue with all of the providers we've looked at the moment. If you don't live in a full fibre broadband area, you won't be able to get really fast speeds with them. That's where the 3 5G hub comes into play. Rather than using a fibre connection, this broadband router connects to the internet using 5G signal. It takes a SIM card, which is included when you buy, and then connects to the mobile network to get online, just like your phone. Because we have pretty good 5G signal at our address, we were able to get speeds of more than 700 megabits per second with this router, but speeds in the 300 to 500 megabit range are also quite common. The upload speeds aren't amazing, but they are normally a bit higher than this. You can expect uploads in the 10 to 12 megabit per second range, sometimes a bit higher. We were able to get up to 20 with this speed test. So using this router, you can get really fast download speeds, even if you don't have full fibre broadband in your street yet. And given the speeds it offers, it's pretty good value for money. 3 generally charges about £20 to £25 a month for this device. That includes the router and a SIM card with unlimited data, so you don't have to worry about a usage limit like you do on your phone. And there's also a decent return policy, so you can set up the router and see what the speeds and latency are like before you commit for the full 24 months. Just send it back within 30 days to get out of the contract. Using 5G, you might be a bit worried about latency, but we tested this router when gaming and found it to be pretty good, even on quite ping sensitive games like Rocket League. Using a wired connection to the router, we'd get a ping of about 35 to 45 milliseconds, and in-game it would end up being about 40 to 45. We didn't experience any huge ping spikes, and games were really playable, just like being on fibre, but with a bit of a higher ping. So we think this router is definitely worth testing, especially if you can't get fast fibre broadband in your area. Make sure to click the link in the description to go to the 3 website and see if you can get their 5G home broadband service at your address. Just put in your postcode here, and 3 will tell you whether you can get the 5G hub where you live. Thanks for watching, and remember, you can use our broadband deals guide to learn more about the different providers on the market at the moment and the differences between them. Just click the first link in the description to go to this page on our website. And if you have any questions about choosing a broadband provider, leave a comment below and we'll respond as soon as we can.